What's up, YouTube? We're here for yet another army book review. I am Lucky Sixes. This is Hyper G.
It is. It is. It is I, Hyper G.
Exactly. The other pronunciations are available. Today we are here for
No, they're not.
UD.
Yes, we are.
Undying Dynasties, the Tomb King, Undying Dynasties of the world. And we are here to go through the updates. Not too many.
No.
And as a snippet / spoiler, pretty good if you're a UD player. I think you're in for a bit of a treat.
Okay.
Some not so much. Don't get overhyped, But I think overall you'd be pretty good.
You're talking to Hyper G, so
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, other pronunciations are available then. Okay. Right. So we crack on. We are going to talk a bit about the updates
Fluff.
and things for all point of view. Yeah. For all terms point of view, it's just points. There are no rules updates. However, to the books themselves, as you've just mentioned, there are fluff, and we have for the Undying Dynasties some fluff. I believe is it Tefera? Tefera is the continent that they're majority.
Oh, blimey! Yeah, I probably should have looked at the names of the world map before we started this, really.
But let me know if that's wrong in the comments and correct me and where they are. But predominantly in one section, there are bits all over the place, really. In terms of
the X's indicate that they can just pop up from anywhere, really, right?
And it has that here through curse or ritual, divine retribution, or unbreakable oath. People's door to afterlife can close their souls, unable to cross the veil. Instead, they linger on, rising from their tombs in times of strife, or to defend their ancient principles. And all these sort of snippets of fluff are throughout the book, which is really, really nice. We're going to do the first bit for you, and then leave you to enjoy the rest yourself. That is not audio booked by one of the PTG lads. So, doomed by terrible curses, certain kingdoms or civilizations have suffered the grim fate of undeath. Their souls unable to cross the veil when they die, these dynasties must instead slumber away the centuries in the chambers where they were originally entombed, their mortal remains reanimating when needed to defend their legacy or fight for lost glory. The greatest of such undying dynasties is the ancient kingdom of Naptesh, whose frightening armies of ensouled skeletons and statues bring death to any who enter their endless desert. I said dessert.
You did. You were doing really well. Yeah, I mean,
well, that's it. If you enter their dessert, mate, you've had it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's official fluff. That's official 9th age fluff there.
Yeah,
you enter the dessert. You don't.
Yeah.
But
this fluff feels particularly like recent to me, having read the Evocation of Souls book that I reviewed on PTG a few months back, and it feels already quite animated. So this is a real good way of like just rereading that or seeing it a little bit more within the actual army book itself, bringing that story to the book. So love it.
Yeah, and vice versa for anybody that hasn't read that. This could be a nice, and you like this and the fluff, such as the curse of Naptesh, looking at royalty and the clergy, etc. On the one page or second page, I guess. If you like that, go to see the book, and quite a nice vice versa, I guess.
Yes. Written by J.Z.A. Wallace. I couldn't remember his full name. I knew he was John.
And is available on Amazon, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. So look out that video and click the links. I'm sure it's still available. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's great read.
Otherwise, there's some nice fluff in here. Not only this, but throughout the book for unit entries and such. So do go check that out. It's very, very cool. We might read a little bit of it some more. For example, the army specific rules going down that. Rules wise, there's nothing changed. But there are even snippets of fluff for the army specific rules and things like that. So do read it. Let us know what your favourites are, and whether or not you're going to go read the book. We're very interested to hear. or have already read it. That's nice. I guess hereditary, but the attribute hereditary is the same, so don't worry about that. No change there. No change in army rules or special items. All the special items, points-wise, are the same as they were. So if you're thinking up to now he promised everything would be good, no change is good at this point, but don't worry, there's better things to come.
Okay. We're holding you to it, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, nothing changed in terms of the Terracotta Army or
the Undeath.
Or the Baron
I would love to see more of them in other army books. Just randomly throwing that out there.
Definitely give automatic theme, don't they?
It's always quite nice when you see someone taking one of them. I mean, whether or not it's competitively the right choice is debatable. But I like it when I see someone doing something with them. So it was kind of cool having that in the book.
Yeah, totally. Into characters, there is no change on the Pharaoh. So that stays the same. The Nomarch, also no change. And but the first change, and I know what you're going to say, is a negative one. It's 100 to 110. Now we pretty much get the worst out of the way. And I'm going to say this is one of only 4 increases in the whole book. So and it's only a 10 point, so it's not too bad, folks.
Right.
Don't worry about it. It's not too bad.
So
too much goes up.
We're not going to shout you down as a liar just yet, is what you
mean. Just hold on, all right? Just hold on.
10
points more for a Harbinger. Add that to your list, 4,510. You're like, oh, all these eyes are rolling, I know. But the rest... the rest is here to come. Okay. For example, the Tomb Architect's gone down by 10 points. So immediately you can cross that 10 point out.
Great. Yeah.
We're back to square one. Don't worry about it. And it gets better from there. Nothing else changes in terms of rules or amounts or anything like that.
Yeah.
The Death Cult Hierarch stays exactly the same, so we're
keeping par for the course. Yeah,
yin and yang all over the place here.
Yeah. Oh, I like the opening line of this fluff. Betrayed by the great jackal Satash. Oh, that's nice. I'm intrigued. Yeah, I'm not going to read more, by the way. No, you can carry on.
That's up to you. Yeah. The casket is to do with the last king's dismembered body, etc., etc. But stays the same mechanically and points wise. All the mounts I'm going to skim through because there is no change whatsoever.
Good, fine, yeah.
Points wise, or
we're still waiting for your promise here, but we're in core already, and we're still waiting.
You're not going to see it in skeletons, so we move on from skeletons.
Archers.
Oh, baby, 1 point cheaper per additional model. Right?
Okay.
So immediately, we're cranking up. I mean,
is this what we're getting excited about? Yeah,
this is what we're getting. No, this is just to test the waters.
Whet the appetite.
But whet the appetite. 1 point less per model. Okay, so we're on gains. We are on gains here.
Yeah, true. Can't argue with that.
Cavalry, no change.
Not in the cavalry.
Skeleton Scouts. No change, so that's not there either. But we move on to skeleton chariots, though.
I mean, there is one particular unit entry that will be later in the book that I'm thinking to myself has to increase. So this little teasing thing you're doing with me is causing my brain all sorts of confusion. So
let me tease no longer, because Legion Chariot is a 3 points less per model. Oh, baby.
Oh, well, that's big. That's big.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. That's a whole, 9 points less you're paying already. So
you go unit 7. Oh boy, 20 points. You kidding?
That's true.
See, I'm mounting up with that 10 points from before. Oh baby, we'll get a bounce spell in here. Moving on to Necropolis Guard, and the yin has to come with the yang, unfortunately, for possibly the most used unit.
This one
books.
Wasn't the unit I was thinking of, but I have to say I'm quite pleased it's got up.
Yes, this is 2 increases of the 4 entirety. So this is number 2 and number 3 increases. Right. Only
doesn't leave me many options for the one I'm expecting to go up. Then,
it doesn't. Only a 10 point increase for base cost, and only a 1 point increase for extras. Now,
not enough.
Some of you will say this is bad. I say they've cleaned up the OCD in my heart, and they've gone from 14 points to 15 points for extra models. Thank you very much.
Should have been 200 points for the whole
Maths
unit, though.
It's so much higher. Well, yeah, maybe for sure. But it's a very used unit.
Yes.
And it goes up because of that, I think. Nothing else. But don't worry, that is 3 out of the 4 increases done, and it's not too bad. We just have good things next. Not in the Tomb Catapults. They sound exactly the same. I know.
This is like you've rehearsed this, and I know you haven't.
No, but I will have you know that these remarkable constructs are coated in toxins and are able to bury themselves beneath the sand.
I always wondered what they were coated in,
Absolutely.
and now I know.
Toxins, mate.
But I've not actually as sarcastic as that probably sounded, but yeah.
Shabties.
Hello.
Now I can stop hyping it up, and I can actually say to you that Shabties go down 10 points per model and 5 points extra for additional models. So yeah, actually,
that's cool.
Doing all right. Again, if you do venture into that 8 model unit, you get a significant drop there. So 10. Yeah. Let's say another 5, 25, 35 points. All adding up. It's all adding up for sure on everything. Going down to the Great Vultures and down by 5 points. Don't think you're going to see these in big units, so I'm not quite sure why that didn't go down. But I guess 15 points per extra model for Great Vultures of 2H. 2HP.
It's a very cheap chap unit. You know, you don't get many chaps that are less than 150. So
and 6
and a movement 18 fly. It's not too shabby.
Movement 18 fly 6. It's not too shabby.
Let's see what I did there. Yeah.
My editing skills aren't that great, but if the budumch isn't in there, then
okay, right, yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, so that goes down. So it's all.
I mean, I used it on the wrong unit. Really, I should have used that line for the Shabty, shouldn't I? I was one unit too late, but anyway,
it doesn't matter. Yeah. It all works as a class. The lone docile scarab.
I've got another one. I was going to say it's all gravy. You get that? With what book we're on? Gravy. Yeah.
Gravy, baby.
They don't really have graves; they have tombs. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that wasn't as good, was it? Okay, I'll stop. Yeah.
But the scarab swords have not changed one bit.
No, sorry. Yes, distracting.
You could have even saved it for this one, being the Shabty archers, who do also go down. It's a bit of a Shabty off in terms of goes down more. This one, 10 points per model base cost and 8 points for additional models.
That's a lot.
So, yeah, if you prefer these to the fighter guys, actually, you've done even better than before. So.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever seen, and I'd like Undying Dynasty generals to let me know. Has anybody ever put 3 units of 8 models of Shabty?
Well, I mean, it's an interesting thought actually, because obviously ogres with their bombardiers, people have done that, and that was the thing for a while in the UK. But I mean, this is kind of like an opportunity to do, right?
Great Aspen, 24 Great Aspen. I think.
Yeah.
Surely some armies will be.
I mean, because you're only hitting on 5s,
in their boots.
You're only hitting with 8 out of 24.
But you're always hitting on 5s, right?
Always, yeah.
So 8 of them, on average, hit every single turn.
Will hit, and they're going to be strength 5. So if you're aiming at the right target, then chances are you could be doing a decent amount of wounds. Yeah.
Maybe this points decrease is enough to at least have one person out there try that. Please.
Yeah.
For me, please try that.
And let us know in the comments how it goes.
Yeah. But yes.
Even better if you play against Lucky Sixes.
Yeah, I mean, all these Shabty going down, stop your hoorays, because not only that, the Sangstalkers go down 10 points per model and 5 points for additional models.
That's surprising, I think.
I believe they changed their role somewhat in the last update.
Oh, okay. Right.
With the Petrifying Gaze. I think that works slightly differently from what I remember.
Okay.
But in this update, it stayed the same as before. So don't worry too much into that. We're just looking at points.
It's just
in terms of points, they are cheaper. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. The Catapults are exactly the same. Caught me out that they're flaming attacks in one of our last battles But yeah, a decent catapult for 190. So
enchanted volleys of burning flesh and bones are flung at the enemy, combining destruction and terror. I mean, yeah.
And you used to have that in the unit entry was the screaming skull, didn't you?
Yeah, throw in the skulls
people.
of the enemies back at people.
Yeah. But yeah. So we move on to Entombed, and Sand Scorpions have stayed the same. Looking at Mason's Menagerie, the Battle Sphinxes, and this is if you are a particular fan of the Mason's Menagerie, you'll very much like this update. I think. So Battle Sphinxes go down 10 points.
Okay.
Dread Sphinxes go down 10 points.
Right.
Tomb Reapers go down 10 points for base model and 10 points for additional models.
Okay.
And Colossus go down a whopping 15 points for a base cost.
This is the one that I was expecting.
Oh yeah. Now,
but
the more
there's
astute
a but
of you,
here.
The more astute of you will know that I said
I'm already
there was one more increase.
I'm seeing it. Yeah.
And it is to paired weapons, but only by 5 points. So overall,
net
the paired
cheaper.
weapons, Colossus has got cheaper.
Insanity.
And so is everything else by 10 or 20 points here and there. Now I think that does lead us.
This is a win.
The end there, and I'll scroll down to the changelog just so you know that I'm not cheating in what I say to you, and I'm not lying.
You
folks.
wouldn't cheat.
Look at that sea of green for the most part. Now
I
think this is a pretty good update for UD. I think
so.
Necro Guard, the 2 units in Necro Guard, if you take that before, will go up quite significantly. I'm not even sure that will go up so much that all the other changes won't then accommodate that. So I think UD have done very well out of this.
I'd say so. I would agree. Yeah. I mean, the double Colossus paired weapons that a lot of people would like to take, they're already paying for themselves, aren't they? So yeah,
absolutely. And if you're looking at the other things, then they're all ever so slightly more cheaper and
more appealing. Yeah.
Yes. So well done.
Good work. Good work.
UD. We'll scroll right up to the title page. Unfortunately, that is it, but not from us. We have many a book more to record and to review. But in terms of Undying Dynasties, let us know what you thought of that update. I think, personally, pretty good. Thumbs up from him. And let's know what your best, as I said before, the best fluff parts from that, and how well a snippet it gives of the UD, especially given all the other fluff that's come out around them.
I mean, I'm waiting for you to stop talking so I can read about the casket more. You know, but yeah,
absolutely.
Because that betrayal. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Thanks for taking a bit longer. Yeah.
But yeah. So. But yeah, let us know what your thoughts are. What you think? Are Shabti going to then see a complete resurgence, both combat and archer based? Has anyone ever taken 3 lots of 8? I'd love to know. I would love to know.
Yeah.
And are you going to now?
Almost guaranteed with the Lucky Sixes endorsement. You know.
Absolutely. So they're my big winners. I guess in terms of the loss, it's going to be the Network Guard. Because really they got hit twice.
Yeah.
Kind of. But yeah, otherwise, let us know what your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, crack on to Facebook and Twitter and Patreon. And we're all over the internet in some form.
Yes. Yes, we are.
You have to scroll to page 20 on Google, but we're there.
Yeah. Does Google go that far? Oh, it does now.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Sure. It doesn't matter. But yes, and join us for all the other book reviews. We're going through all of them, and we're gonna whack them on here. So join in for the ride as we discover all the updates and things like that.
Great. I'm just so excited.
I can tell. And And like you, I'm buzzing. And I cannot wait till next time. But until then, we do have to say goodbye. See you.